Welcome back to our lesson. I hope you have liked and followed Tembani News. We are back again with From Zero to Hero, our math lesson, and I'm your host, Paida, who is going to be leading you into a math lesson. The first thing that I'm going to focus on is on the questions that I gave you to do on your own as your homework, so that you see if you manage to get the correct answers. I gave you these questions, and on these questions, the instruction was for us to represent the solution on a number line. Remember, our focus is on the numbers that we are given. In this case, we want to focus on -2, and we also want to focus on 3. So when we are writing our number line, we need those numbers to be present. But even though they are present, we also need the number line to be in correct order. So our number line, we need a -2, so it means here there's a -3, here -1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we put our small circles on the focus number, -2, and also on 3. We want to see where we are shading. Are we shading on this? No, we are shading on the other one because there is an or equal to. Then from there we read our inequality. -2 is less than x. -2 is less than x. So x is numbers which are greater than -2, which are numbers in this direction. Then from here we are saying x is less than 3. So numbers which are less than 3 are numbers which are moving in this direction. So this becomes our solution. I hope you got it correct. Then we want to focus on the second question where our focus numbers are 1 and 5. So I have my 1 here. I also have a 0. I have a 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm also going to write a 6. So my focus number is 1 and the other focus number is 5. In this case, I'm going to shade on both 1 and 5 because of this or equal to and or equal to. So I'm shading both the numbers. After shading both the numbers, I'm now going to put my arrows. I'm reading the inequality. 1 is less than x. So the values of x are greater than 1, which means they are moving in this direction. And then x is less than or equal to 5. So I need values which are less than 5. Values which are less than 5 are 4, 3, 2, moving in this direction. So my inequality is like that. Please try to be neat and use a ruler when you are doing this. Then we are moving on to these inequalities which are separated. So I need also a number line, but my focus on the number line, I need 1 and 4. So I have my 1 here, it means I have a 0. Then I have 2. I have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I'm going to write a 7. Those are the numbers that I have. So I'm going to put a small circle here on 1 and another small circle here on 4. Which one do I shade? I'm going to shade on 1 because there's an or equal to. I've shaded this part. After shading, I now want to read my inequalities and to see the direction which my inequalities are going to. So I have x is less than or equal to 1. So the values of x are values which are less than 1. The values which are less than are 0 and -1, moving in this direction. So my arrow is moving into that direction. Then I go to this one. I'm not shading on 4 because there's no equal to. Then I read the inequality. It's saying x is greater than 4. So I need values for x which are greater than 4. The values which are greater than 4 are 5, 6, 7, moving in this direction. So my arrow is going to go in that direction. Then I move on to this question. The focus numbers that I'm going to have are -2 and 0. So I can write my -4 here, -5, -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2. Focus number, my focus number is negative half. So -half, -2 and a half is here, between -3 and -2. So this is where my -half is. Then I'm going to put a small circle here on this number and I'm also going to put a small circle here on 0. Do I shade? No, I'm not shading in any of them because there is no or equal to. Then I'm going to read my inequalities. My inequality is saying negative 2.5 is less than x. Negative 2.5 is less than x. So the values that I need are values which are greater. Which direction are they supposed to be moving in this regard? It means my inequality sign, I need values which are greater than negative 2.5. The values which are greater are in this direction. Then on this one, we are saying x is greater than 0. X is greater than 0. It also means the values that I need are values which are greater than 0, which are also moving in this direction. So this inequality is combining and moving in that direction. I hope you managed to get this one correct, because we are saying our x is greater than this negative 2.5. So values which are greater are moving in this direction. At the same time, x here is also greater than. So our values are also moving in that direction. I hope we managed to get the correct solutions for these questions. Now, moving on with our lesson for today. We want to solve inequalities first. Remember, when we started on the concept of inequalities, we were solving inequalities. So we want to solve inequalities first. After solving the inequalities first, we are going then to represent them on a number line. After representing them on a number line, we are going to introduce a new concept where we were writing the solution set of the inequalities. So we solve first, we represent on a number line, then we write the solution set of the inequalities. So we are just building up the concept from where we started, moving on to representing on the solution set. It's going to be very easy. So we are starting again with this one, where we want to remove brackets first. After removing the brackets, we solve for x. So in removing brackets, we multiply each and every term which is inside the bracket with that which is outside the bracket. So we want to multiply 2 multiplied by x, we are going to get 2x, and then we are going to again to say 2 multiplied by negative 3, which is going to give us a negative 6. Then we put our inequality sign and the 7. So we now want to move group like and unlike terms. We want to move this negative 6, which is going to cross the inequality sign. If it crosses the inequality sign, it becomes a positive. So we now have 2x is less than 7 plus 6. So we now have 2x is less than 7 plus 6 is going to give us a 13. For us to solve for x, we divide both sides by 2. So x is less than, if we divide, we are going to say 2 into 12, which will give us a 6. 6 remainder 1 over 2. This is the solution that we are getting. But here, we have just done one of the things that we are supposed to do. Remember, I said we are solving. After solving, we represent on a number line. After representing on a number line, we then find the solution set. I'm your host, Paida. Once again, please remember to like and follow Tembani News. Now we are moving on to the concept of representing on a number line. So on a number line, our focus in this case is 6.5. So we have a 6 here, we have a 7, we have an 8, we have a 9. At the same time, we also have a 5. We also have here a 4. So we need 6.5. I prefer just for interest sake to use a different color for 6.5 so that you see where it is. That's where our 6.5 is. So we are going to put a small circle here. Looking at our inequality, it doesn't have an or equal to. It doesn't have an or equal to. So it means we are going to put our arrow where we are saying x is less than. So values of x are less than 6.5. The values which are less than 6.5 are values which are moving in this direction. So this is where our arrow is moving. I want us to have the solution of our solution set of x, assuming x is an integer. Assuming x is an integer. Maybe the question that you may have is, what is an integer? An integer is a positive or a negative whole number, including 0. So our focus is not on fractions, it's on positive and negative whole numbers, including 0. So when we are writing the solution set for this question, we are going to focus on just integers only. Because if we write the solution set of all the numbers, we won't be able to exhaust them. So our focus is going to be on integers, positive or negative whole numbers. So our solution set, we are saying x is equal to, then we put our set braces. So the first number that we want to start with, which is an integer, is this 6. So it's 6, 5, 4. So we want to start from our 6. Then from 6, we also have our 5. Then from our 5, we have our 4. Then from our 4, we have our 3. Notice, these numbers will not end. It's and so on. That's why I put these 3 dots. So for it to be orderly, we cannot start with 6 this side. Because when we are counting numbers, we start with the least going to those which are bigger. So the biggest number in this case for our inequality is going to be 6. So this is our solution set, this is our number line, and this is the solution when we have solved. So I've answered this using the 3 solutions. We are going to look at another example where we have this one, where we want to do the 3 things again. We are solving it, we are representing on a number line, then from there we also write the solution set. So I'm going to start by solving. For me to avoid the negative sign, I'm going to move this 5 that direction so that I don't divide with a negative. Why am I avoiding to divide with a negative? For your sake, in case you will not remember that when you divide with a negative, the inequality changes direction. So try as much as possible not to divide or multiply with a negative number. So I'm going to, that 8 is going to cross the inequality sign. So I have a 4. If it crosses the inequality sign, it becomes negative 8. Then I put my inequality sign, I have my 2x. If this 5 crosses the inequality sign, it becomes a positive 5x. So 4 minus 8 will give me a negative 4 is less than 2x plus 5. I'm going to get a 7x. Then for me to find the value of x, I'm going to divide both sides by 7. So I'm going to get a negative 4 over 7 is less than x. This is the solution. Then after getting this solution, I'm now going to represent it on a number line. After representing on a number line, I'm then going to do again the solution set using integers. Remember I said integers are positive or negative whole numbers, including 0. Okay, so I need to have my number line. On my number line, if you were to divide this, you are going to get 0 point something something. So it means I have my negative 2, here I have my negative 1, here I have my 0, here I have my positive 1, here I have my positive 2, and I'm going to put a negative 3. So this negative 4 over 7 is going to be somewhere here. So I'm going to put it in color where we have our negative 4 over 7. So I'm going to put my small circle. I'm going to put my small circle there. Are we shading the circle or not? We are not shading the circle because it doesn't have n or equal to. Then I'm going to read my inequality. It's saying minus 4 over 7 is less than x. It means the values of x are greater than minus 4 over 7. So the values which are greater are values which are in this direction. So I put my arrow in that direction. Now I need to write a solution set for x. So I'm going to put my x is equal to, I put my set braces. So I said the solutions, we want them to be positive or negative, or numbers including 0, which are integers. So the first solution that I'm going to have there is 0. So for you to know where the solution set is coming from, just follow where the arrow is going. The arrow is going in that direction. So we have 0, we also have 1, we also have 2, 3, 4, and so on, because we are not able to exhaust them. You separate these numbers using a semicolon. When we are separating coordinates in a set, we separate using a semicolon. Okay, in case you are wondering, all these questions that I'm doing today are questions from past exam papers. So please remember to like and follow for more past exam questions. Our channel is Tembani News. I'm going to do another question. We are starting by solving. This is now a simultaneous inequality. We solve it first. After solving, we represent on a number line. After representing on a number line, we find again the solution set. So this is our question. I said when we are solving a simultaneous inequality, close one inequality sign, focus on one, close the other one, focus on the other end. So in this case, I'm focusing on x minus 3 is less than 4 minus 2x. I'm ending where the inequality sign is starting. I group like and unlike terms. I'm going to move this negative 2 to come this side. This negative 3 goes to that side. So I have x. If this crosses the inequality sign, it becomes plus 2x. Put the inequality sign. I have my 4. If this goes that side, it becomes a positive 3. So this is going to give me 3x. 3x is less than 7. For me to solve for x, I'm going to divide both sides by 3. Then I'm now going to have x is less than, if I divide 3 into this, it's going to be 2 and 1 over 3. Because I'm saying 3 into 7, I get a 2 and I get a remainder 1. So I've solved the first part. Now moving on to solving the other part. The other part, I'm starting from where the inequality is going in that direction. So I'm going to solve 4 minus 2x less than or equal to x plus 13. For me to avoid the negative, I'm going to move the negative 2 to that side for it to become positive. It means the 13 has to come this side. So I'll have 4. If this crosses the inequality sign, it becomes a negative 13 less than or equal to x. If this 2 crosses the inequality sign, it's going to become positive 2x. So this negative 4 minus negative 13 is going to give me a negative 9. A negative 9 is less than or equal to, if I add this, I'm going to get a 3x. For me to find the value of x, I'm going to divide both sides by 3, or for me to solve this inequality, I'm going to divide by 3. So this side, I'm going to get a negative 3 is less than or equal to x. So I now have these two inequalities. Remember, I said when you have simultaneous inequalities, you then need to combine them. So now we want to combine these inequalities. I first write my x in the middle. After writing my x, I'm going to repeat this as it is. So this is x is less than 2 wholes and 1 over 3. I've satisfied this part. Now I need to satisfy that part. So my x is already there, and I have this inequality sign and the negative 3. So if I were to close where this inequality sign is, I've satisfied this part. If I also have to close where this inequality sign is, I've also satisfied that part. So I've solved this inequality. Now I want to represent this inequality on a number line. So on my number line, what is important is negative 3, negative 2, negative 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, and I'm just going to add a 4 for interest's sake. After doing that, I need to identify where 2 and 1/3 is. 2 and 1/3 is here. 2 and 1 over 3, somewhere there. So I put my circle on -3. Are we shading the circle? Yes, because we have or equal to, so we are shading the circle. Then we go to 2 and 1/3. We put our small circle there. Are we shading it? No, we are not shading because we do not have an or equal to. So now we need to know where the arrows are moving to. So let's read the first inequality up to this point. We have -3 is less than or equal to x. So it means the values of x that we need are supposed to be greater than -3. The values which are greater than -3 are values in this direction. Then we also have that part where we are saying x is less than 2 and 1/3. It means the values of x that we need are also in this direction. So we have represented our solution on a number line. Now we need to have a solution set which is coming from our number line. So our solution set in this case is starting from somewhere and ending somewhere. It starts from where we have shaded. But it's not going to end at where we do not shade that circle because that value is not included in the solution set. So we are saying x is equal to so I'm starting from -3, -2, 1, -1, 0, 1, 2. Why am I ending on 2? I'm ending on 2 because I did not shade this or equal to. It means this value is not part of it. The values that we are needing, because we said x is an integer, are from -3, where we have shaded, up to 2. Moving on to our next question, we are still looking at simultaneous inequalities. We are going to solve it. Use the number line to find the solution set. So this is our question. We close off this inequality sign, then focus on this end. So we have 5x minus 2 less than or equal to 3x. Grouping like and unlike terms, we move this 3 this side, it becomes a -3. So we have 5x minus 3x less than or equal to, moving that to that side, it becomes a +2 because it has moved from that side to that side. So here we are going to get 5x minus 3x is going to give us a 2x is less than or equal to 2. For us to solve for x, we divide both sides by 2. So we are going to get x less than or equal to 1. This is our first solution. Then let's move on to the other part. The other part, we are going to close off this inequality sign and focus from 3x there. So we have 3x less than 5x minus 8. I'm going to avoid dividing with a negative by moving the 3 that side and the 8 this side. So if the 8 crosses the inequality sign, it's going to become a +8 is less than 5x. Then if this 3 crosses the inequality sign, is going to become a -3. So I now have 8 is less than 5x minus 3x is going to give me a 2x. I divide both sides by 2. So I'm going to get, in my solution, I'm going to get 2 into 8 will give me a 4 is less than x. So I have these two solutions that I have here. So let's see if I'm able to combine the inequalities. So if I write an x in the middle there, if I were to write an x in the middle there, then if I'm writing this inequality, I have this. And if I'm to write that inequality there, it will be like this. If you can notice, this inequality, if we combine it, it doesn't make sense. So because it doesn't make sense, it means we are separating our solutions. Our solution will be x is less than or equal to 1, or x is greater than 4. This is our solution. Then we want to represent this solution on a number line. Our most important values are 1, 2, 3, 4, here I'm going to put a 5, and a 6, here I'm going to put a 0, and a -1. So these are the values that I have. Using these values, I'm going to shade this part because there's an or equal to. So I'm going to shade here on 1, and then I'm going to put a small circle here on 4, but I'm not going to shade it because it doesn't have or equal to. And then let's read this inequality. We are saying x is less than or equal to 1. X is less than or equal to 1. So we need values which are less than or equal to 1. It means values which are in this direction are the values that are less than or equal to 1. Then x is greater than 4. X is greater than 4. So we need values which are greater than 4. Values which are greater than 4 are 5 and 6. So it means we are moving in that direction. How do we write the solution set? So the solution set, we are saying x is equal to, we now write the solutions from this end. It means this 1 is part of my set, 0 and -1 is part of my set because I've shaded. So I'm going to start from 1. Let me just delete so that it becomes visible. I'm going to divide my page like this, okay? So I have my x, I have my x is equal to, I'm going to start with, and so on. Then I have my -1, 0 and 1. So I've started from here going in that direction. And I want to combine with this. So I'm going to put a union and also write a solution set. Union means I'm combining, I'm joining the two together, the two sets together. So this is union starting from 4. I can't include 4 because I've not shaded there. So I'm going to start on 5, 6, 7, and so on. So this will be the solution for this inequality. We have solved the inequality, represented it on a number line, and also given a solution set. Let's move on to the next one. So we have this one again. It's a simultaneous inequality. We want to solve it. After solving it, we represent on a number line. After representing on a number line, we also write the solution set for the inequality. So I'm closing from here where the inequality sign is. So I'm starting from 7x minus 3 less than or equal to 4x. This is my inequality. So I'm going to move. This 4x is going to cross the equal sign, becomes negative. This minus 3 crosses the inequality sign, it becomes positive. So I have 7x minus 4x is less than or equal to positive 3. 7x minus 4x will give me a 3x is less than or equal to 3. Then I divide both sides by 3. So x is less than or equal to 1. This is the first solution that I have. Then I'm going to move on and calculate also the other solution for x since it is a simultaneous inequality. I'm going to start where the inequality sign is. So I have 4x less than 7x minus 12. Grouping like and unlike terms, I'm going to avoid. Try as much as you can to avoid the negative sign on the variable. So I'm going to move the 4x to that side and the 12 to that side. So if the 12 crosses the inequality sign, it becomes a positive 12 less than 7x. If this 4 crosses the inequality sign, it becomes a negative 4x. So here I have my 12 is less than 7x minus 4x will give me a 3x. I divide both sides by 3 for me to solve for x. 3 into 12 will give me a 4. 4 is less than x. So this is the solution that I have. Now I want to combine. Let's see if we're able to combine these inequalities. So if I were to start by writing my x here and writing this inequality, the first one, notice we are not able to combine these inequalities once again, because if we're to combine them, it will be like this, and it also doesn't make sense. So we are not able to combine these inequalities. we are not able to combine this inequality. So it means we have the value as x less than or equal to 1 or 4 less than x. This will be our solution. So we want to put the solution on a number line. My number line is important values. The important values that I need are 1 and 4. So I have my 1 here, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I also have my 0, 1, 2. So on 1, are we shading 1? Yes, we are shading 1 because it has an or equal to. So I'm shading on the 1. Then let's move on to the 4. Am I shading the 4? No, it doesn't have an or equal to. Let's read the inequalities to see where our arrows are going. We are saying x is less than or equal to 1. X is less than 1. So x is less than 1. The values which are less than 1, the values which are less than 1 are values in this direction. Then let's go on to the other inequalities. We are saying in this inequality, 4 is less than x. So the values that we need are values which are greater than 4. So values which are greater than 4 are from 5, 6, 7 going in that direction. So we also put our arrow like that. Then for our solution set, we are again using the concept of union where we are combining the two sets together. So we are saying x is equal to our values from and so on, minus 2, minus 1, 0. In this case, we are also including the 1 because we have shaded. Then we close the set and we are saying this is union of. We are not taking the value of 4 because it is not included. We haven't shaded that. So we are starting from 5, 6, 7, and so on. These are the solutions that we have for this inequality. This is the solution. We solved it. We represented on a number line. And then we have the solution set. I hope you are understanding what we are talking about. Remember, this is from 0 to hero, where we try and make math very simple. Remember to like and follow our channel, Tembani News, for you to get more lessons on mathematics. We have come to the end of our lesson for today. And I've written here the homework that you are supposed to do. You are just following the things that we are doing, where you are first solving these inequalities. After solving them, you write the solution on a number line. Then from the solution on a number line, give the solution set if the variable is an integer. Remember, I said an integer is a positive or a negative whole number, including 0. Thank you so much for joining us today. I'm your host, Paida, once again, having this math lesson. Remember to like and follow our channel, Tembani News. If you have any questions regarding to mathematics, please write them in the comment section. I'll respond. If you have any topic that you are facing challenges with and you want us to look at that topic, please also write in the comment section. We'll look at that topic. Have a lovely day. Goodbye.